Dear Stargazer, I hear that you have been wondering about me. Indeed, I haven't revealed much, except that my name is Ara. But on tonight's journey, you will come to know me. But first, allow me to welcome you back aboard Starship 28. On this voyage, we will travel to Saturn's largest moon, and as you will discover, to a world quite similar to your planet. I will reveal to you a landscape, a moonscape, that is unlike anything you've ever seen, and yet eerily familiar. I will show you where I'm from, and why I come to you night after night. Tonight, dear Stargazer, I take you to my home, Titan. In a matter of minutes, we will be launching into space for our third voyage together. As always, I will be by your side to ensure that your journey with us is safe, relaxing, and simply stellar. Once more, the sleeping quarters have been updated to provide you with a brand new experience. First is the Jade Room. It is equipped with a plush bed covered in crushed velvet covers and soft green lighting glowing from the moss-covered floor. A soft mist carries the scent of lemongrass through the room. The entire ceiling is made of glass for the ultimate cosmic view. Then we have the Zen Garden Room. The bed is mounted on cool dark stone. Bonsai trees are set in each corner, and tree branches grow out of the walls, bearing eternal cherry blossoms that will fill your sleeping quarters with heavenly aroma throughout your stay. A soft golden light, which mimics the glow of the rising sun, has been installed on the floor. Finally, we have the timeless beach room. Liquid turquoise walls and a powdery white sand floor. The subtle scent of saline water wafts through the air, and if you listen closely, the sound of waves rolling can be heard. Whichever sleeping quarter you choose, you will experience well-being and serenity in no time. Take a few moments to become accustomed to your surroundings. Inhale the aroma and listen to the sounds around you. As on every journey aboard Starship 28, the ambient temperature of your sleeping quarters adapt to your body temperature for your own comfort. As always, our mission is to ensure that you have an absolutely celestial voyage. Now, ease into your surroundings. Allow your body to sink into the mattress. When you are all settled in, close your eyes. Tonight's voyage will take you past Mars, beyond the asteroid belt, past Jupiter, and finally into Saturn's orbit, where you will witness its majestic rings just before we head to Titan. If at any point you drift into sleep, rest soundly, knowing that when you awake, you will feel more rested than you have in years. Now allow me to scan your body from head to toe. Tonight's scan uses our very own titanium healing technology. Its function is to remove all tension from your body, as tension is a very heavy energy that we cannot take with us on this journey. Gentle sonic waves will pass through you and relax even the deepest of your muscles. Inhale deeply here and feel the oxygen entering your lungs. Prepare to leave all earthly matters behind. We will now begin the scan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Titanium scanner initiated. Scanning the back of the head. Feel the back of your head sinking into your pillow. And now focus on softening the muscles around your ears. Scanning the face. Let all tension melt away from your forehead, allowing your eyebrows to fall on either sides of your face. Sense the muscles around your eyes relaxing all the way down the ridges of your cheekbones. Sense the muscles around your mouth relaxing, releasing all tension from your lower jaw. Calmness is spreading from the tip of your chin down to your neck and to your collarbones. Scanning arms and hands. Relax the muscles around your shoulder blades and let the back of your shoulders gently sink into the mattress. Sense the muscles in your arms relaxing all the way down to your fingertips. Scanning the neck, back, and hips. Sense all the muscles at the base of your skull relaxing and releasing tension. Moving down your spine, let go of all tension, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to your tailbone. Allow your whole back to sink into your bed and your hips to open and sink deeper again as you relax further. Scanning the lower body. Allow your upper legs and your lower legs all the way down to your feet to fall to the sides, and let your lower body relax. Scanning outer body layer. Sense your skin coming into contact with your clothes, your covers, the ambient air. Your outer body layer is relaxing from the top of your scalp all the way down to the tips of your toes. Scanning inner body. Inhale deeply once more and sense deep relaxation beginning to grow from your innermost core. Scanning complete. Dear Stargazer, you can now cover yourself with your blanket and position yourself for a restful journey as we prepare for takeoff. I hope that you are ready for this very special voyage we are about to go on together to my home. We are now approaching the final 10 seconds to liftoff. In a few moments, we will ascend vertically into space. You may get a sense of being lifted, and passengers of Starship 28 usually attribute this sensation to one of lightness, as the weight of all earthly concerns are left behind. The window of your sleeping quarters is only covered for takeoff, and shades will be lifted as soon as we reach outer space. This has been done for your convenience as we pick up light speed in order to escape Earth's gravity. Lights in your sleeping quarters will now be dimmed. As we prepare for takeoff, allow yourself to relax even more deeply. Takeoff initiated. Prepare for launch. Clear for takeoff. Takeoff sequence activated. Prepare for liftoff. We are now approaching the final 10 seconds to liftoff. Listen to the sounds of our engines lifting us from the ground and pushing us into space. Countdown initiated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dear Stargazer, we have successfully taken off. As we pass through Earth's atmosphere, I will ask you to take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and fill your belly with air, making it round like a moon, and breathe out gently. Another deep breath in, filling your lungs of precious oxygen, and breathe out gently. One last deep breath, breathing in fully and breathing out gently. Very good. You may return to your normal breathing pattern now. You may look out your window now as shades have been lifted. You will see, but for a brief moment, the snow-capped mountain chains of Earth. But soon, all appearance of relief will disappear. Earth looks like a perfect and smooth sphere from here, with sweeping white masses of cold air and clouds, like an artist's brushstrokes. Earth is fading out of view now. The next planet is coming into view. You can probably recognize Mars' scarlet orb from our last journey. There we explored volcanoes and crevices etched into its sandy surface. I too enjoyed the quiet red world of Mars. We've now passed Mars completely, and we are now going through the asteroid belt, an endlessly spinning ring. The matter it contains ranges from the size of a grain of sand to that of a dwarf planet like Ceres. And here is Ceres. At a glance, its stony gray surface filled with craters looks like the moon of your own planet, but it is much smaller, a fraction of its size, really. Named after the Roman goddess of harvest, it is the largest object in the asteroid belt. Ceres has a very thin atmosphere and even water in its core. I have never visited, and I wonder what sort of world it might be. As we exit the asteroid belt, all the space matter in it zipping by your window might seem chaotic. But rest assured that it follows true cosmic order. Asteroids are thinly spaced out, but we can pass through unharmed. The asteroid belt is now behind us, and we are approaching the biggest planet in our solar system. From here, Jupiter looks like a giant marble made up of red and white stripes. If you look closely, you can see one scarlet spot that sticks out from the rest of the planet. It is a storm that's been continuously swirling since your scientists first noticed it in 1830. As beautiful as Jupiter is, we cannot land here. It is made up almost entirely of gas, including hydrogen and helium. The pressure is so great near the center that even Starship 28, with all its interstellar technology, would not survive. Its moons, Europa and Io, however, are superb worlds where life thrives. Life that is much different than life on Earth. But perhaps one day, your scientists will come to visit these lunar worlds. The next planet coming into view is hard to mistake for any other planet because of the famous rings encircling it. No other planet has rings as spectacular as Saturn's.
Turning off the engines.
Dear Stargazer, we are now idling so we can float around Saturn and observe her rings. You may have seen them depicted in thousands of images. From a distance, Saturn's rings look solid, as if one could stand on them. But from here, you will see just how very thin they are. Slivers made up of billions of particles. There are 4 main groups of rings and 3 fainter groups of rings that make up the appearance of one large single ring that you can see when you look at pictures of Saturn. From here, however, you can see individual specks of gray and brown particles. But as beautiful as these rings are, we shouldn't fly too close.
Re-engaging the engines.
Let us fly higher so we can explore more of Saturn. Saturn is much bigger than your planet. In fact, it is wider than Earth 9 times side by side. And watch the way the gases swirl together. Isn't it beautiful? Let's get closer. If you were outside the spacecraft, the wind would be louder than the roar of the most powerful hurricane to ever hit your planet. The winds here can reach over 1,000 miles per hour. But thanks to titanium technology, we are safe even from the hardest of gusts. We are now on the outer periphery of the planet. It is not entirely clear where the planet starts and where space begins. It is much like being on a boat floating through a heavy fog. Like Jupiter, Saturn is made mostly of gas. Hovering over Saturn feels like traveling through a deep yellow fog. It is possible that deep down there is a solid core made from iron, nickel, and rock. I wish I could tell you if there was, but I have never traveled there that deeply. I've spent most of my time on the planet floating in the gaseous surface. As a Titanian, I do not need oxygen to breathe, and I can adapt to both solid and gaseous worlds. This, along with the technology from my people, has allowed me to explore planets and star systems for several millennia. But I am only starting out and have much more to discover. We are now leaving Saturn and traveling toward its moons. orbing closely to its outer surface. It might seem strange to you to see that more than one moon circles the planet. Look out your window again. Can you see all these rocky objects around the planet? Saturn has the second most moons of any planet in our solar system, behind Jupiter. We do not have the time to count them all, but your scientists think that Saturn has more than 150 moons. Humans have named only 53 of them, and many of these moons look nothing like the moon you are familiar with. Some of them are smaller than 10 kilometers across and are made mostly of ice. We could easily spend our entire trip exploring each of these moons if we had time, but I wish to take you to the surface of my very own moon, Titan.
New trajectory initiated.
Look out your window now and see the pale turquoise moon ahead. Some humans call it the most exotic moon. I call it home. We will now begin our descent on Titan. It is enshrouded in a few hundred kilometers of clouds, sheltering us Titanians from undesired guests. And as we pass through these now, allow me to tell you about my mission. Titanians have traveled across galaxies to bring their knowledge and healing technologies to other worlds for millennia. We discovered Earth when we noticed an unusual activity in the solar system. Eventually, we tuned into its frequencies. We wondered if life on Earth might be in peril because of the lack of stillness and peace emanating from it. In fact, your satellites, cell phones, microwave ovens, and others send out incessant signals out into the cosmos. I became interested in your planet and convinced my elders to go and explore. And so my ship and crew were assigned to Earth. What I have found is that life on your planet is fascinating. Terrestrial flora and fauna are unlike anything I've observed in other star systems or on Titan. But most of all, it is in you, dear human, that I am interested. On my many exploration missions to Earth, I observed that human life could most benefit from our traveling technology, as well as our healing frequencies. Humans sadly do not get to see the vastness of the cosmos, and this has caused suffering in your kind, as you could not see beyond your terrestrial limitations. And so, I began offering voyages to those with an open mind, seeking to receive a bit of cosmic healing. Those like you, who may often look out into the night sky, perhaps unable to find sleep, and wonder at the stars. I like to call them stargazers. And my hope is that as you experience your very own solar system, your heart may open to the infinitude of the universe, and you might find a sense of peace here as you realize that you are also a part of a much bigger world than planet Earth. That you are not only part of your world, your kind, yourself, but also part of the universe. The thick smog is clearing up now. As we pierce through the clouds, you may be well surprised to see a landscape strangely familiar to you. See all the icy peaks surrounding us as we descend. This is one of the most unique places in our solar system. Dear Stargazer, welcome to my home, Titan.
Destination complete.
We will now hover a few hundred feet up from the surface. Unlike Earth's moon's sterile landscape, Titan is alive with countless lakes, mountain chains, flowing rivers, and an atmosphere the color of the Caribbean Sea. But here, it isn't water, but methane and ethane in liquid form. One of my favorite places here are the coastlines of the largest body of liquid on our moon, and which your scientists have named Kraken Sea. When I am not on a mission, I return to the coastlines to inhale pure nitrogen and swim in soothing, luminous water. And nothing compares to the hour of twilight here. All of Titanian nature becomes iridescent, almost illuminated from within. Oh, how I've missed being here. Listen now to the gentle thrumming of rain against the side of our spaceship. You see, our world has weather patterns similar to Earth. However, life forms on Titan are very different from life on Earth. In our natural state, we have ethereal, vaporous bodies invisible to the human eye. Earthlings may never come to prove that life thrives on Titan, but a few of them have come in contact with us, and these include you. Our unique gift as Titanians is the ability to self-heal and self-regenerate. For this reason, we live for millions of years, and that is why our technology is so much more advanced than Earthlings. Throughout our history, we have evolved as interstellar travelers and explorers. But when we make contact with other species, we take on their form so as to not instill fear in them. We shape-shift only to reassure and comfort you. We have witnessed your species deteriorating in health and happiness, and that is why we now offer trips aboard our starships to humans, because these travels are deeply healing and soothing for the human mind. Dear Stargazer, enjoy one last look at the beautiful, hazy Titanian moonscape. We are now going to launch back into space. I will miss my moon, but we are committed to help heal beings throughout the cosmos. Saturn is fading away behind us now. Dear Stargazer, our journey is coming to an end as we now approach Earth. As we land, you will be propelled into the realm of dreams. When you awake, you will be in the comfort of your bed, having spent a wonderful night of sleep. Thank you for journeying with me and allowing me to show you my world. Now, it is time for you to slip into blissful sleep. Good night and sweet dreams.